What is going on, everybody? So if you didn't get to watch my first AMA yesterday with MediToken, I suggest you go check it out. Just a phenomenal group of people. After the AMA, he asked me if there was a charity that I wanted to donate to, and I told him there was a veterans center downtown that is struggling to keep their doors open, and he donated $2,500 to that charity. So huge shout out to Brandon and the team at MediToken. I highly suggest you go check them out. Just stand-up people. They're one of these charity tokens that are not just talking, they're actually out doing it. They've done events in the Philippines, saving tigers. I mean, just all over the place. And like I said, they literally just sent this veterans facility $2,500 to help them keep their doors open. So like I said, the video yesterday, you're more than welcome to go back and look at it. There was some lag because, as you can see, there's a huge snowstorm out here. So it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. But all the audio works really good, so you can get an idea of, you know, everything they're trying to do and their vision. So the point of today's video is I was going to do a AMA on a project. Like I said, everything I do is donation based. I don't get paid for this. So my friend SGM Crypto had asked me to look at a project and do an AMA with her. So I spent a couple hours last night really digging into the project, and I said, I don't think this is a project you should cover. I'm getting some really bad vibes. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like what I'm seeing. So she was like, I'm going to cancel it because my integrity's on the line, and I can't promote something that I know could possibly rug or harm people. So she asked me, what are you seeing and what are you looking for? So I'm going to give you guys the basics. Like, when I dig into a project, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, I literally spend hours digging into a project, the people, what they're saying, their social media. I mean, in-depth process. But I'm going to give you the basic rundown of what I'm looking at. So this project in particular, called Zamo Laws, had a very low Twitter following, which, you know, that's not a red flag in itself. But there wasn't much interaction really with people. There was kind of just one or two likes here and there. So that tells you that a lot of people aren't really interacting with their space. But that wasn't the red flag. That's just, I'm giving you a context of basic things I'm looking for. So when I go to the website, you got the CEO standing there with his driver's license, and he's, you know, claiming that the team's fully doxxed, right? So I go through the white paper, which is actually a WordPress document. There's no graphics. There's no page separator. I mean, it's literally a WordPress document, right? So that tells me zero effort and time went into this white paper. It literally is one bold sentence here, and then a bunch of little bullet points. Like, how much effort does that take? I mean, I know kids in high school that can knock one of them out in 20 minutes. So as I'm scrolling down the page, I see typos, I see errors. Their docs team, 3 of the team members said X, top 50 university student. You're supposed to be doxxed. You have an avatar as your profile picture, right? So just because the CEO on the main page is holding his driver's license, the rest of your team is avatars, and there's typos in their bio. The bios aren't really bios. What are you an ex-student at? Where did you go to school? One said ex-software expert. I mean, dude, that's vague. Software expert in what? Where did you go to school? What did you do? What have you done? What is your credentials? Right? These are all red flags, guys. These are things that, like, should really start getting your wheels spinning. Like, okay, you know, something's not adding up here. The supply was 25 billion, and on the white paper it said 25 billions. I mean, those are two completely different numbers. As far as links, there was a couple links for Instagram, for example, the CEO had his Instagram, and when you go to the actual Instagram link, it was a dead link. There was nothing there. It didn't exist. His LinkedIn profile had one connection in Romania. What else? I mean, there was just, when I went to Dex Tools, you could see where they pumped it up right at the beginning, and it's been a constant just drop, big heavy bags, people dropping. The Dex Tools scores was 72. I mean, these are all things that like should really start getting your wheels turning. So you got a white paper that looks like it was done on WordPress, typos, errors, things that don't even make sense on there. I believe one of the things on there was 2-week public announcement. Like, what is that? What is a 2-week public announcement? Like, it just, the stuff don't make no sense, man. Like, a lot of the stuff in the white paper made absolutely no sense whatsoever. It didn't add up, right? So I'm just like, man, I personally wouldn't touch this. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable you covering this, especially if I'm going to be doing it with you, because I'm going to let these people have it. Like, I think they're doing some shyster stuff. So when you have a basic white paper that looks like it was put together on WordPress, and then they had 15 things they're coming out with: a wallet, a swap, a blockchain. Literally, there was like 15 points of like they got in their roadmap that they're gonna come out with. So you're telling me that your top 50 world's university student that doesn't have a real bio, the white paper that looks like it was done on WordPress that's got errors all over it, but you're going to put out a 15 separate piece project? Not buying it. Not buying it at all. And like I said, guys, past just the basics of that kind of stuff that you could go see yourself. I mean, there's a lot that goes into these my reviews of these projects. It's not just glancing over them and being like, okay, this kind of looks cool. Like, it takes time to really sit down and catch this stuff. And you got to think to yourself, if that minimal effort was put into these projects, what kind of effort are they really going to do to secure your money? You know what I mean? Like, the guy's in Romania. So you going to have legal jurisdiction when he rugs you to go chase him down in Romania? So holding a Romanian driver's license don't mean shit, right? Like, you really have to be careful when it's these people that are in other countries, because a lot of these people have absolutely no legal protection of the investors. Like Dubai and some of these other places. I mean, you think they're really going to put these people in jail? No. You're gonna wake up, lights out, your money's gone, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna fly to Romania and try to find the guy? I mean, it's one of those projects where you got to look and go, I mean, dude, it's less than 400 holders. Do I really want to put my money here when there's 50 other projects that are, legit and compelling and have utility and actually have a team that's doxed, and I can see them, I can see their bios, I can see their LinkedIn. I mean, there's just too many red flags, man. And I can't put my name on that, and I couldn't let her put her name on that either. So being that she has integrity, like I do, she canceled the AMA. And the guy, the CEO, messaged me directly and was like, hey, what's up with that? And I go, dude, rookie shit, bro. You're supposed to be a CEO. You got people on your staff that are top 50 university students and world-class coders, supposedly, and your website looks like shit. You got typos, you got errors, you got stuff that don't make sense, you got stuff out of place. So what's up? And then he really was like, oh, just kind of kept stumbling over his words, and he's like, yeah, take care. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Like I said, I'm not in this for money. I'm in this to protect the community. So She was literally going to do this review for free, put her name on the line. I was going to put my name on the line, but because she's not as versed as going into in-depth in these projects as I am, you know, she asked me to look at it prior, which I'm glad she did. And I just told her, hey, it's a no-go, don't do it. And she pulled it. So that's kind of just the basics, guys. Like I said, there's a lot that goes into it, like a lot more than just scanning their website. But if you can take those basics and apply that to a project that you're looking at, that'll give you a baseline. Like you can go, okay, well, there's, you know, I'm 2 pages into the white paper and I've already seen 3 errors or 3 typos, or, you know, the team's not really doxed and they say they're fully doxed, you know, like stuff like that. You just really got to, you know, start keeping tabs on and going, okay, this probably isn't where I need to park my money. And knock on wood, ever since I started doing the in-depth analysis of people and projects since 2018, I have not been in a rug pull. Can it happen? Absolutely. It could happen today. But it's not going to be because I didn't do my work and I didn't put in the time to research these people, which contracts and CERTIC audits, those are cool. But when you have shysters behind the wheel, you're setting yourself up for failure. That's why when I say, hey, these people are convicted felons, or they were doing forgery, or they were charged with embezzlement and wire fraud, it does matter. Because maybe 1 out of 100 are going to change, because the other 99, when things get tough and things get bad, guess what they're going to do? They're going to resort back to doing exactly what they were doing before. So you got to protect yourself, man. So that's just my opinion. You can do what you want, but that's kind of just the basics of what I look for when I'm reviewing a project to invest in.